Hello, it's time for another devotional. So this time I want to go into the New Testament and I want to talk about when Peter walks on the water with Jesus. So as we know, the disciples and Peter are on the boat and it begins to storm and Jesus comes walking across the water. Peter says, "If that is truly you, Lord, have me come out." And so Peter comes out and walks on the water. Then he begins to sink. Jesus reaches down and pulls him back up. So Peter does have some of the greatest faith. He's leaving the comfort of the boat, what is safe, what is known, what he's used to step out onto water, which is unknown to him, and to walk toward Jesus. We see that normally we believe it's the trials of life, the trials, tribulations, whatever we're going through, the storms of life that's going to take our focus off Jesus and we begin to sink. And yes, that does happen. But I want to add a new perspective to this. So a lot of times we want a certain ministry or we want to do certain things. Let's say, I want to be a speaker or a preacher or let's say sing or become a famous musician or whatever it may be that you want to do. And so you ask Jesus, hey, this is something that I want to do. This is a ministry that I want to do. And Jesus says, yes, come out by faith. You're going to step out of the boat onto the unknown, out of the known into the unknown. So you do that. Well, instead of it maybe storms and trials and tribulations you're going through, it could be others saying, look at what you've done. Your ministry has grown. You have become rich by doing this. You have done this. You. So all you hear is what you have done. So you get this thought of, it's what I've done. So as people are saying that and saying, look what you've grown, you turn your eyes away from the one who's led you to do this, the one who's helping you do this, the one who's allowing you to walk on the water, and you begin to see, oh no, I've done this, I've done that. So what happens is you begin to sink because you can't do it on your own. It's not all about you. It's the one who told you to do so. So a lot of times people will begin to sink, and this happens a lot in ministry as we see ministers or pastors or musicians who grow and become these famous people who begin to crumble and fall. They begin to sink because they believe they've done it under their own power. So what happens? Well, they fall into sin. They easily fall into sin or tempted because they thought they've done it under their own power, and they haven't. So what we need to do is we need to always keep our focus on Jesus. And there are great people who have grown great ministries, such as Billy Graham, who've never stumbled and fall because he kept his focus on Jesus. So when we step out by faith to do great things, we need to realize it's never about us. It's never what we do. It's always what Jesus does. He's the one who's leading us. He's the one who's telling us to walk on the water and walk toward him. So we need to keep that focus on him. So if there's anything I tell you, is just keep your eyes on Jesus because he's the one who's going to keep you walking on the water.